we've got a lot to celebrate. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tarynallyssa here. I've been making it a little bit of a habit to give you all some life updates via YouTube. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you what I've been up to since January 2021. So in my last update video, I showed you all my vision board for 2021. We're still going strong, it's up here behind me. I really think that was probably one of the best things I could have done to kick off my year. Having this vision board in my space where I can see it, you know, multiple times a day has been grounding, to say the least. January, what can we say about her? January was wild. I mean, some folks stormed the Capitol, so that was a pretty big deal. Wasn't sure if there was gonna be some civil unrest beyond what we already were experiencing. So that was exciting. I hope you could feel the sarcasm oozing out of my body. One of my biggest goals for the year was to produce a ton of valuable content. Really pushing myself to post on Instagram 3 to 5 times a week, push out blog posts twice a month, a YouTube video at least once a month, and I was chugging right along. I felt really good about the content I was creating, and people were generally responding well to it. January was a really exciting time for me outside the scariness of a terrorist attack in Washington. In February, content was still king, and I was creating a ton. Bashan and I even did a shoot together. I wouldn't call it our like formal engagement shoot, but it just worked out with the photographer that we'd be able to shoot together. They wanted to do some couples photography, so that was a really fun experience. And I think this was our first time being photographed by someone else. I can convince Bashan to take pictures with me from time to time, but like actually having, you know, the lights and everything set up, that was a fun experience for us to do together. I went to the dentist for the first time in longer than I care to admit, and I didn't die, which is great because I hate the dentist. I waxed my own eyebrows for a YouTube video. Like I said, content was king. I made some playlists for V-Day that were also a part of a blog post I did. And then for my own Valentine's Day, did a little snow trip with Bashan, my sister, and her boyfriend. I'll insert some clips here so you can see it. I'm not going to the next Winter Olympics, but I think I did alright. And just FYI, for most content I'm referencing, you'll be able to click the info cards above to check out those videos if you haven't seen them yet. And I'm not lying when I say content was king. I also got to do a shoot with my good friend Jillian, where she styled me head to toe. This was a super fun experience. We just set up in her backyard and she made magic happen. Are we starting to sense a theme here? Content was king. Maybe take a drink, take a shot every time I say content is king. That's a fun drinking game. Yeah, try that. Moving right along into March, content is still king. And I got the bright idea to celebrate Women's History Month by going live on Instagram every single week with a woman who I admire, who uses her social media platform for the betterment of others. Shout out to Asia, Tasia, Cami, and Kay for allowing me to pick your brains about your different industries and providing my audience with an insight into career fields that they may not have thought about before. I was really proud of this project, not only because I challenged myself to go live every week, but because I really felt like I was sharing valuable knowledge and insight with my community. Also in March, I got to see myself on the big screen. Well, a big screen. One of the photographers I worked with in January, Leilani, used the photos that we took in January for her own Women's History Month project, and I got to see myself on a big screen in downtown Oakland by the Oakland Tribune, and that was a really surreal feeling. Like, I really had felt like, dang, am I a model? Did I make it? Is this like, is this what it's like? Is this what they feel like? Anyway, shout out to you, Leilani, for that project. Super dope. And generally speaking, it was still business as usual at work. I even got to start seeing some of my students in person more often. But it was also around this time that I found out my position at work was going to be cut, and I was pretty devastated, to say the least. I think I played it off as well as one could have. I was definitely a little hurt, mostly because, you know, I was gonna miss my babies, and then of course the uncertainty of what's gonna come next was, you know, looming over me, and I wasn't exactly sure what my path should be or which way I should go. But that was March, and I had to go to the dentist again. I know you don't care about the dentist, but I hate the dentist. I'm sorry to any of my dental friends, but I hate it. I hate it. In April, I was keeping to a schedule, being really regimented and sticking to my guns, really using my vision board to push me and propel me to keep creating content. In mid-April, we also had a fun little mommy-daughter day with my mom and my sister at Santana Row, and we even taught our mother how to smize. So Tyra, look out, Deborah's coming for you. And I ended April with my second community service act of the year by volunteering at my church. We partner with Umoja Help to provide vaccines to my church's local community. That PPE gear is for real. My medical people, I commend you, I salute you. Please, people, wear your masks so we don't have to do this again. Wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. And if you can, get vaccinated, but wear your mask. In May, I tackled something on my 30 before 30 bucket list. I landed my first paid campaign. I partnered with the city of San Jose to support the community with access to vaccines and vaccine information. In the midst of the uncertainty of my job and what was going to happen next, this was like the biggest pick-me-up I could have had. It wasn't the hugest brand deal, right? They didn't, like, you know, cash me out, but I got a little shmoney, you feel me? And it just reinforced that I can do this. This is something I should be doing, and I can use my platform for the greater good. This was a very, like, eye-opening and educational experience for me, and I'm super appreciative that it happened. And it happened, you know, before 30, which is what I wanted. And because I don't know how to sit still, May is also the month where I recorded the Black Girl Magic video with Darius and Valerie. Very stressful, very stressful. I'll talk more about it in another video or something at some point. Very stressful. Also on my 30 before 30 bucket list, but also very exciting. It was a new experience for, I think, all of us, and so we all got to, you know, learn from each other and make mistakes in this very, like, safe, low stakes environment. So, you know, if you ever need your girl for a creative direction or to, I don't know if you want me to dance in your video, but I'm here, I've done it. So that was an exciting process to begin and to film that. So to go from, like, ideating to creating to actually seeing the final product was amazing. And of course, we can't forget, it was my boo thing's birthday, so we celebrated, had a nice little weekend in the Santa Clara, San Jose area, celebrating Deshaun's birthday. Okay, by June, y'all, I was low-key burnt out. I won't lie to you. The content ideas were not coming to me as quickly. The energy to create the content was not as high as it used to be. It was not there for me. By this point, my job situation still hadn't been sorted out. I was coming to the end of the school year. I was feeling, you know, the 6 months of 5-6 months of content creation really grinding and going hard, and I kind of just allowed it to slow me down. I was making things here and there. I even found the energy to take myself on a little solo date. I planned to do the date anyway, but then recorded it because I was like, this is easy content to get, and I think somebody needs to see this or to be reminded that they can do this. And so, you know, I recorded that, but I was really in a creative slump, which is funny to say because I also did a shoot in June with Erica. And while I loved how the shoot went and everything turned out, I don't know, I was feeling like this maybe wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. And I'd also add that by this point, Deshaun and I were still unsure about what to do wedding-wise, and so I think that also had me just like too much going on up here to even release and creatively flow and also feel like that energy was worth it when maybe I should be looking for a real job. So that's where that's where I was at in June. But even looking back, I realized I should give myself a little bit of credit. I'm going through my camera roll right now, like just tracking, you know, different memories or things that might jog my memory to bring up for this video. And I did create content. My papa turned 80 in June, so that was super fun. Trying to create content from natural, real moments, because I love documenting things with loved ones. So I love that we were able to take him to brunch for his birthday. We were very bougie. It was great. So June had its moments, for sure. We're gonna close out the recap video with July. I started out the month in a really fun way. I got to travel to Houston, Texas to visit my family, and bonus to that is Bashan also has family there, so we got to spend time with his family and my family while we were there. It was really hot and humid, but other than that, I had a ball. They are definitely outside in, you know, Abbott's state. But I had a good time. I wore my mask when I needed it. You know, I am vaccinated, so I was, you know, hoping everything was good, and we came back just fine. Everybody, to my knowledge, was good. Ate a lot of good food. Me becoming a vegetarian is not going well. It's not going well. And Texas did not help. But I had such a great time seeing family who I hadn't seen in years. I love recharging with family. I'm really an introvert, but when I get around people I love or I can like be myself around, it is like the most exciting time. So I love that I got to experience them this year, and to bring Bashan along to get the family approval was an added bonus. And then closing out July, I ended my time as a direct service staff. So I, you know, had to say my goodbyes to my students. It was definitely emotional. They cried, so I cried. My second graders are now ninth graders. It's very crazy. I feel very old, but I'm super proud of them, and I will miss them. But I am also excited because I will be starting a brand new position within my same company, and I think this is a good thing for me. Not only will it allow me to have a little bit of a different schedule to kind of help me balance my life a little bit more, but my job also includes content creation. Literally one of the first assignments I got was creating a video. So I'm very excited to see what it's like to have content creation be a part of my regular work. Maybe it was one of my original blog posts I wrote in 2020 where I talk about the disconnect or the tension I felt between my creative journey and my journey as an educator. And I'm hoping that by still, you know, working within an organization that supports Black and brown youth, I can use my creativity in a way that benefits them and the organization as a whole. So we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know in the next life update video. Hi, editing Taryn here. I forgot to film an outro, so I'll just leave you with, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment if you have something to say. Don't forget to subscribe and to follow me on IG at tarynallyssa. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.